September 30th, 2021. This one here, I got a call from a lady. I've worked for her before. I've changed a shower valve for her. I don't think I recorded that because it was one of those that she bought all the parts and wanted me to go over there and replace it all. And one of these customers. But anyway, she got it. Last time I was there, she was complaining about her boiler needed to be serviced. It was blowing the relief valve when it heated up, so it needs a new expansion tank and relief valve. Maybe a feeder on the gas boiler, and also she got a well tank there that's got the gauge needs to be replaced, and it might be leaking out the relief valve. I'd have to check the pressure in the tank also when I get it down. And she's calling me. She's got a couple of other leaks there in the water pipe. One in the hot, one in the cold. She put a patch on it for now. Some kind of rubber gasket with a clamp or something to stop it from leaking. It's old copper that's got pinholes in it, type of thing. So I might get a couple of. I'm gonna go over there and do what I can for the lady. I had her scheduled. Last time I was there, she had to save up some money for this job, so one of those deals. I was there probably about a couple of months ago, or a month ago, maybe. Well, supposedly she got some money saved now, and I can go back and do some more damage to her. Oh man, Miss Molly, another damsel in distress. Another damsel in distress, Molly. Miss Molly shit herself this morning. I cleaned her all up. She had all diarrhea on everything. You made a mess, Miss Molly. Yeah, you made a mess. Yeah, you're lucky Daddy loves you. I take care of you. Yeah, you're lucky I take care of you. Huh? I got pushed out of Fritz all over the place. Oh man, it was a nasty one, Mama. Yeah. Alright. We got a boiler here that's leaking. This relief valve keeps leaking. I think it's this tank is compromised. So we're gonna drain it down. She got the feeder off. I'm gonna change this relief valve. And they're going in a pit over there. Definitely change this. Put a new high vent up top too. There's no pressure in there. We'll check it. Should have 12 pounds in this thing. 12, 15 pounds. PSI. 4. That's our problem right there. I'll put a new tank in it too. The special wrench I use, it's a number 8. It's got real thin jaws to get in there. Most of the time I need a piece of pipe on here. Ooh, come off. Oh, the son of a gun. This one's not going to be too heavy because it's got air in it still. Might have some water in it. Now, could I have put air in it? Yeah, I could have, but I'd rather not. That high vent's been leaking for a while. See how it's all rusty? Looks like it was loose. It was loose as a goose, Mama. She's loose as a goose. I like these Taco high vents. And the ones I like to use. We'll put a little dope on ammo. And we'll that's the high vent. It gets rid of the air. A little housekeeping. We'll have to clean things up while you're here. The high vent was loose. She's loose as a goose now. She is loose as a goose. That's what they call a number 30 tank. 60 would be bigger for a bigger system. It's designed for heating. You can see it's got a 1/2-inch tap on it. If it was designed for water, it would have a 3/4. I usually just put these on by hand tight, and they're good enough. The next thing I'm going to change is this relief valve. When they leak like that, it's always better to change them. Ooh. They're cheap enough, so it's a good idea just to change them. They stop leaking, change them. I've seen them when these things don't open. Boiler gets all kinds of pressure on it. Kind of dangerous. This is a male. So I'll just get the female ones, they're cheaper. I'll put a nipple. Do it like that. Same thing. Boom. Something smells burnt. I don't know what the hell it is, but something definitely smells burnt here. I do have the male ones in the truck, but I just assume use the female and a nipple, to be honest with you. Just as good. This is a 30-pound relief valve. Yep. I knew the tank was bad with the way she was talking, how it was working. I did bring this in case I needed extra leverage. It's a piece of 1-inch copper. Alright, so I got the valve off down there, and I got the purge valve open. We'll see if I get any flow now. Huh. Nothing. Loving this here. Going to a feeder. Nothing. Oh, here it goes, maybe. Yeah, it's going. It's feeding. It's got a well here, which is not the greatest. So it's 1 inch. It's probably a split loop. That's a split loop. But I don't see any. Might have bleeders on every radiator. I don't know. Well, here we go. We'll do one at a time. We'll do one at a time. Right now we're going through this one. Then we'll shut that one and do this one. Definitely not the greatest. See the air coming out. Gotta get all that air out. Maybe I could take this nut off and get a little bit more. How you doing with it? Take that nut off, you can get a little bit more throw on that sometimes, it helps. Sometimes you can just feel the holes, and you can feel it in the holes. Now balancing valves. Now we're going to go through this side. She had a power surge here and blew the definitely not the greatest pressure, that's for sure. Your pressure's not the greatest here, is it?
No.
No, I'm purging the zones right now, and then we'll shut that off. Are you having a problem upstairs with water?
Oh, no. I was just gonna, I didn't know if I could flush or not.
Say that again?
I didn't know if I was gonna pee and I didn't know if I could flush or not.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Definitely not the greatest, I'll tell you. That'll be good enough. Let's see what our pressure comes up to. Yeah, right around 15 pounds. That should be good. Yeah, you want to turn up the heater, you can now. Hello? Yeah, go ahead and turn up the heater. Go ahead and turn up the heat. We'll see if it's okay or not.
Turn it on?
Yeah, turn it on. This is gonna open. The burner should fire. Yep, there we go.
He was drinking too much, then the child could have issues, a lot of issues later on in life because of it. You know, like learning disabilities and things like that.
Really?
But typically, you know, we get the kids a lot of services right when they're little, so they make up for a lot of it. You know.
I'm gonna check these burners while I'm here, make sure that they're clean. I don't think it's ever been cleaned.
Charlene's ex-husband, Mark, installed it a bunch of years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. See what's going on there. Oh, looks pretty clean for the most part. What the hell this is? Yeah, looks pretty clean. Actually can't get them out because they're wired in the back.
I haven't had anyone clean it since we had it installed.
Oh, that's clean. They're fine.
But the electrician's like, hey, you gotta get some.
Oh, it's good to check it.
Clean
You know, we're fine. And we'll move on to the next job that you got going on there.
I also bought an extra. What is it? Like a circuit board or whatever.
Oh, for this?
Yeah, brand new. I bought it when I bought the furnace because I asked Mark. Mark said people don't normally have things on hand for this one because it's a wireless McLean, so it's not as common. Right. So he said, I said, if anything's gonna go on it, what would it be? And he said probably that. So it was like a $90 piece or something. But I have it up there in the box. It's like brand new, but just in case it went. And then some kind of a transformer went, and my friend George. It was in the winter, and I didn't want the pipes to freeze, so I called him up, and he does everything. So he came and
he's a handyman.
There wasn't one available, so we went to Home Depot and bought.
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
some
there.
Other transformer and wired it.
Yeah, I see it there. That's fine.
But
was it George Bush? No. Geez, the guy's name's George.
Oh, no.
Oh, but that's what they say. Next thing you know, they'll have flipping windmills everywhere. Alright, that's good enough. Turn it back on, she should fire up. go. So you did have a power surge and you blew out the panel and everything. Everything went 220.
It did blow out the panel, but the first thing that it hit was the kitchen, so it blew out the stove, fan, the whole fan and light above the stove. It blew out the ceiling fan.
So you put 220 to the 110 circuit. Is that what it did?
Right. Yeah, it shot.
Wow, you're lucky you didn't have a fire.
Well, the coffee pot, the outlets blew out. The GFIs, the coffee pot caught on fire.
Really?
Yeah, we were here. So what happened was, the electric company came, and the guy was doing us a favor because he's not supposed to. When it ripped out of the house, he's not really supposed to himself connect it back in, but it looked like it was good. He didn't notice that it had pulled out of the grounding had pulled out of inside
so it hit, the tree hit it and it pulled it out.
It ripped the whole service. He ran a new service, but you know, he was doing us a favor so that we didn't have to have an electrician come, and he just said, oh, so he put another spike in to hold it to the house, and he reconnected it. But he didn't realize that the grounding pulled out just an inch or two and pulled up. So
enough so the ground was a feed.
Right. So when we came, so we're outside cleaning the tree and with the police and getting it off the car and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, someone came in the house. Friends were here. Someone came in the house and they're like, "Hey, it smells like burnt rubber. Some things are burning in here." And all these surge protectors burnt.
Unbelievable.
So then.
So why don't you go ahead and shut this down? Okay. This one's set. I'll put a tag on it, and then we'll. So I'm gonna shut the water off. We're gonna change that gauge on there, and we'll check the pressure in this tank.
Okay.
It's a 40-60 switch. Got a couple of leaks here. So you got a leak here and a leak here. I'm gonna have to address them too. I did have to tighten this one up with the wrench because it was dripping. Usually I can put them on by hand. Usually not a problem, but this one was a problem. Alright, new expansion tank, high vent, new relief valve, and purge zones. I did check the burners were okay here.